Hey, everybody. First, let me say for those who are waiting on videos from me, I'm trying to have everybody's stuff. I'm back to work today. Like, I've been under the weather with this cold. And even though I'm not even all the way there yet, I'm getting back to work today. So I'm going to try to have everything back to everybody by, nightfall on Monday. Okay, that being said, I want to talk about in this video today is how a lot of people are like disenchanted or disappointed by love because they feel that because they're using a template from childhood about love. Okay, so what love is, they're using that whole template from the way a child is loved by their parents when they're growing up as their template for what love should be like now, or what they think love should be now. So in the now, as adults, they'll feel like someone who doesn't love them if they're not getting the same if that love is not under that template. And that causes a big problem, okay? Because the template for a child being loved by their parents is kind of this idea, right, of this idealistic, this pure nurturing love where you're being nurtured, okay? All of your needs are being met. Someone is always there for you when you need it, and someone, because they care so much about you. But people don't realize how faulty that dynamic is. And it's also why I try not to have that total dynamic with my kids. Of course, I'm nurturing to them and I meet their needs and things like that, but I also try to teach them the truth about love, okay, and my love for them and my humanness. Because see, what happens is, as a child, that love is not a realistic love. That idea of love is not realistic. For one, you have to look at the fact that as a child, that love is one way. That's a one-way love where it's okay for it to be one way. Your parents love you, but they're not expecting you to love them the same way. They're not expecting you to give them the same energy they're giving you. They're not expecting you to reciprocate that love in the same way. You're allowed to kind of be selfish and be loved regardless, okay? And another dynamic is your parents don't let you know how much of a burden you are on them. As a child, all of that love, and this is whether you've got that kind of love or you didn't, people are still using this template. The people who got it think that that's how people are supposed to love them. The people who didn't get it think about, and they have an idealization in their mind of them getting it that way, and they want somebody else to give it to them the same way because they have this picture in their mind that that's how it should have been. My parents didn't love me this way. And so you think that that's what love is. So when somebody doesn't want to talk to you, they don't feel like doing something for you, or they don't have the energy to be there for you right now, then they don't love you. And see, that dynamic of a parent's love towards a child is not realistic love. You cannot expect that as an adult and expect your relationships to entail that kind of love. Okay? And like I said, because the other thing of it is they don't let you know how much of a burden you are. So when your parents are taking care of you as a child, they're not letting you know like how much of a problem that is or how tired of you they are. Sometimes your parents was tired of you. So you have this kind of rosy picture of love where it's always nice and it's always kind and it's always there for you and it's always gentle and tender and nurturing. But sometimes your parents were actually burdened by you. They were tired of you. You were irritating. They didn't want to do it. But because you were a child, they never let you know that. Okay? Excuse me. They never let you know that. So you have to think about things like that and understand that dynamic, and when you're thinking that way, it's not realistic. It's not realistic. Okay, so you're going to be disappointed by love and feel like people don't love you if that is the idea of what love is in your mind. So you have to grow up from that childlike idea of love and learn to be that nurturing. You're supposed to be that to yourself. Okay, become your own parent, because you don't want to look for people in the world to give you a parent's love. Be that for yourself. And then other people can be what they can for you in any given moment. Sometimes they can be there for you, sometimes they can't. So I just wanted to say that, because I feel like a lot of people are just really disenchanted and disappointed by love for that very reason. Okay, actually, it would be a disservice to you if someone was to step in and to give you that kind of love and be that for you all the time, that parent's kind of love, because you're never going to grow up with that love. You're never going to be the best version of yourself. You're never going to be everything that you came here to be if somebody did that for you, because it would basically keep you in a perpetual childlike state emotionally. So you have to grow up emotionally and begin to care for your own emotions. Provide your own self with nurturing and security. Love is not here. Romantic relationships are not there to do that for you. They're not there to give you that love if your parents didn't give it to you. So now you can feel loved because somebody finally gave you the love your parents never gave you. And it's not there for those of you who did have that nurturing, supportive love. It's not for somebody else to continue that. That's what people have to realize. Okay? So that's that, guys. I love you guys. Have a fabulous weekend. Mwah, 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 mwah.